is up, Crocs and Clan members, anime fans, and others who stumble upon this video? It's 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm kind of a little iffy right now. But I just finished watching Darker Than Black, the OVAs. I actually did some research, and apparently the OVA is what happens in between the first and second season. So I decided to watch that before season two. It is only 4 episodes, so this review is gonna be short. I mean, I knew it was gonna be short anyways because it was the OVA series. But anyways, so it's called Gaiden, Darker Than Black Gaiden. It is, like I said, 4 episodes long, and it basically just tells the story of how Hei and Yin. It kind of goes after, like, exactly what happens after season one, where they're with the syndicate is over, or like it's supposed to be over already, and then so Hei and Yin are trying to escape from this whole thing so they don't get captured and taken back and killed and all that stuff. So it's basically like a running away from the government type of thing. Um, and it wasn't bad, considering it is an OVA. Usually OVAs they try to separate themselves, but I like the fact that this one still flowed with the story. I'm really looking forward to how season two is going to work because the ending of this little 4 episode miniseries was actually pretty interesting. So I'm really looking forward to season two, just to see where it goes from there. Um, we did meet some rather interesting characters. Um, I mean, it was mainly like a bunch of uh, like different contractors per se. Um, like there was one that was kind of like Mao, like she could go into different bodies. Like most of the time we saw her as a dog.
And then, but at the end of the miniseries, she was actually like a person. So, for Amber, the fire guy, I thought he was dead, and he just randomly showed up and he rescued them. Like different groups start going after them, right? Because they all want Yin. Because Yin, for some reason, apparently when she was with Hei, being alongside Hei, made it to where her powers grew. So her what is it called? The little spirit thingy. Um, I forget what it's called. It's basically the thing that tracks others. Um, it it starts getting bigger, and then it actually starts taking human shape. So then a lot of people start going after them for her particularly because no other doll has anything even remotely close to that. And apparently it's because she's some deity type of thing, or like something happened to her. Because there was actually a time like she had a nightmare that we actually get to see, and it's apparently like a reflection of her. So there's a spirit inside of her, which is it's I guess it's her, who's a deity, and apparently before it's happened, it's called Inazami or something like that. It's what created the gates in the other two places. So basically, they're trying to stop her from awakening and creating another gate wherever they are. So that's kind of the main purpose. They're all trying to get Yin and Hei's trying to. It's basically doing everything possible to keep her from being taken away. Um, and for the most part, he does pretty cool. I mean, he does pretty good, and he's able to protect her for a really decent amount of time. Um, but if eventually she does end up getting caught, and he goes and rescues her, and then takes her, and then she gets taken away. It's basically just a keep away type of thing. Then we meet a gang which actually defects from their, I guess, company or organization, technically I should say. And they want to keep, like, the dude wants to keep Ian, and he's a shapeshifter. Like, he can change his look and whatever. He actually, I don't know, they didn't really show it, but apparently he can control minds. Apparently, I think that's what it was. Or maybe not control them, but more like
reason with the person, like go inside their head and make them do things. Um, Kind of like, I guess it is mind control. Um, but then he and his team actually defect from their organization. Now they want to keep Yin, and then like Hei kills a lot of people on this thing, and actually Yin kills a couple people too. But I mean, not her really, like her spirit thingy. Actually kills a couple people, which kind of confused me. That a doll can do that. But and they actually like it honestly, like back in in season one, I honestly like Yin, like those two, Hei and Yin were my favorite characters. So seeing them put together and actually looked like they were gonna have some kind of romance thing, which I would have been fine with, like completely okay with it. They looked like they would work out well. Um, Unfortunately, because of this thing that's being awakened, it's kind of hard, and then like after they get rescued, everybody dies in the building. It's just terrible. Um, and then like I said, and then she gets captured again, and then teams up with the chick that can transfer her soul between bodies, and then her doll, which is this little kid, um, and then there's this friend of his who's, I think he's Chinese too. I'm not too sure. Um, but he's actually involved. He's not a contract. He's a regular person. But he's all about the money. It's actually because of him they were able to take out an organization that was after them. Because of, anyways, it's it's not as important. You can really clearly tell this is not planned out, but and just the fact that I'm tired is even worse. But anyways, the last episode was the most crucial one because Hay actually ends up sneaking into the place where they're keeping Yin, and then he's working alongside the chick that can transfer her soul. And they actually invite like a bunch, like the dude who kidnapped her actually invites different organizations to come, like it's basically like an open challenge, like who can take her away from me. And he's actually gonna make a sale. He's gonna sell the doll to this group. Stuff starts happening. Everything gets insane. People start dying left and right. Freaking cars start exploding. Hay's doing some damage, and I gotta admit, Hay looked pretty cool in this last. Like this is the fourth episode is actually the time that Hay is the coolest in all four out of all four. Literally, it didn't seem like he was his old self because it was mainly trying to protect Yin, so it's not like he can do all his fancy cool stuff. But since he didn't have her at this point, and the goal was to go get her, like he was just a badass. And he had his mask on and everything because in the other ones he didn't. Like this was, he finally had his mask back on and he was like, it's on. Um, he does end up sort of rescuing her, but then she ends up awakening, which causes a bunch of nonsense to happen. They actually, like the military throws a missile in there that's supposed to counter the particles creating the gate, which it kind of worked because the gate didn't open, like it wasn't created. So um, I don't know. And then Hay gets separated from her, and actually it was more like Yin pushed Hay away because, like I said, she has two personalities now. It's herself, and then the other thing which is inside her, the deity. Um, so it's more like it was weird because it was like a last second like thing they were doing where Hay was trying to save Yin, but this other thing was getting in the way, and then the thing was like, "Why don't you kill me then?" And then he's like, "I can't because she looks just like Yin." Then Yin shows up. It was this whole mystical weird spirit thing that was going on. It was really crazy. And then he's like trying to like the thing's trying to make him stab her, and then he's like no, and then Yin's trying to like make him do it, and like I can, and then he drops the thing, and then he like gets hugged by Yin, but then it turns out it was the other one who's trying to fuse with Hay. It was all crazy. It was all crazy. I was like, what the heck is going on? Um, and then like I said, end up getting separated, and then Hay becomes a drunk because he lost Yin, and I was like, dang it. Um, but apparently she's still alive because this chick from the CIA comes in saying, we really could use some agents like you, and like offering him a job. Like he's all pissed, like he threw a bottle at the river and everything, smashed all over the ground, and he was just upset. And then she's like, she's still alive, and he looks at her like, really? Like I mean, he didn't say really, but that's what I meant. And we had to get to see Yin. She was actually captured. She was captured by the government. They actually kept her in this little container thingy. It's kind of crazy. It was kind of crazy. I can't wait for season 2. I'm really psyched. Um, yeah. So that's it for this review. Um, like I said, season 2 is gonna take me a couple days, actually a while. I do have 3 other shows that I'm working on, so you just guys gotta chill out. Um, like for those of you guys who watch my anime times, basically, it'll be a while before I make another one. But yeah, that's it for this review. Thank you guys for watching. This has been SoresanCrockxen. I know it's kind of short, but I mean, it was only 4 episodes. It's not like I can talk forever about it. But actually, I probably talked more than I probably should have, considering it was only 4 episodes. Anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. This has been SoresanCrockxen, and I'll see you guys later.